Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking about the cost of living in Oman, and I'll be taking Muscat as the reference point since I lived in Muscat for the past 2.5 years. Rent in Muscat varies depending on the location and type of accommodation, that is whether it's a new building or an old building. Mostly rent is paid monthly and most of the owners ask for the payment through checks in the beginning of the month. No advance payment is required. Only a contract is made in your name using your civil ID. The contract is usually made for a period of 1 year. When talking about the rent, it usually comes more than 200 in the regions like Cobra, Gala, Al Khoya, etc. and in the range of 120 to 200 in places like Mawala, Al Khud, Mabela, etc. The rent can be in the range of 60 to 100 if you choose to stay in regions like Ibri, Sur, Buraimi, Rustak, Nizwa, Nakhal, Salala, etc. A bachelor can either stay in a shared apartment or even share a room and have a bed space. The more people he shares, the lower the rent. Bed space can range from 30 to 60 Omani Riyal, excluding water and electricity. See that all the maintenance work will be the responsibility of the owner, or it will be an added expense for you. You can check apps like OpenSouk or Dubizzle, that is OLX in Oman, for finding room, flatmates, etc. You can post your requirement as an ad and people can contact you. If your salary is below 500 Omani Riyal, negotiating company provided accommodation at least for the first 3 to 6 months, that is the initial settling period, can help cut costs. Now let's talk about the furnished and unfurnished apartments. Unfurnished apartments have lower rent and it's better to gradually buy furniture if you plan to settle in Oman. Most of the expats prefer buying second-hand furniture, electronics, etc. from apps like Dubizzle and OpenSouk. Furnished apartments are ideal for those who are on a short-term visit or temporary stay, or if you just arrived in Oman and need time and money to settle down. In that case, you can opt for a furnished apartment, which includes furniture, Wi-Fi, electronics. It usually comes around 180 Omani Riyal and above, depending on the location. Now let's talk about the electricity. Electricity comes around 10 to 20 Omani Riyal per month if it's winter, as most of the people will rely on fan, and more than 30 Omani Riyal in summers, as most of the people will be relying in the use of air conditioning throughout the day due to high temperatures. If you are a bachelor in a shared apartment, then the electricity bill will be shared among the tenants and usually comes around 15 to 20 Omani Riyal. The electricity is usually recharged by prepaid through the Nama service portal using your debit card. A person can request in the portal by uploading their rent contract to convert the commercial tariff to the residential tariff, which is much lesser. Now let's talk about water. You are supposed to pay for the water you use daily. It comes around 15 to 20 Omani Riyal per month for a family of 3 members and less than that for a bachelor. Now let's talk about the internet. An individual Wi-Fi plan costs around 20 to 30 Omani Riyal per month, where the telecom provider comes and fits the modem for you and you're supposed to pay money monthly to them. Most people share Wi-Fi with neighbors by buying a modem to extend the Wi-Fi range from the main Wi-Fi modem, which can bring the cost down to 5 to 10 Omani Riyal. The more people you share your Wi-Fi, the lower the cost. Most people prefer at-home Wi-Fi rather than mobile data, as mobile internet is quite expensive in a prepaid SIM. For example, you get a pack of 3 GB for 3 Omani Riyal, which will easily get over in 2 days if you use social media continuously. But if you're someone who really wants unlimited internet on your phone, you can opt for a postpaid SIM, which has better provisions. Omantel, Vodafone, Friendly, Renna, Orido, etc. are the SIMs available in Oman. If you're new to Oman, you can either purchase a SIM from the airport with your passport or from any small electronic shop outside. I usually recharge a pack of 3 GB, which is enough for 1 month for me as I don't use much internet outside home except for apps like Google Maps, Google, etc. I also recharge with a local call pack of almost 5 Omani Riyal that can give me 200 minutes of talk time, which lasts me almost 2 to 3 months. In Oman, usually people talk through WhatsApp calls to India using a VPN app, or international call recharge options are also available. Now let's talk about the food expenses. When talking about home cooked meals, if you are a person who wants healthy food or to cook what you like, then it may cost around 30 to 40 Omani Riyal for a bachelor per month for buying groceries. If you are a person who doesn't have time or energy to cook your own food before going or returning after work, you can opt for a mess service from nearby restaurants. They provide 2 meals per day. It costs around 30 to 35 Omani Riyal per month, and they have options for both vegetarian and non-vegetarian. They deliver the food to your room or workplace on time every day. Some people don't like to stick to a routine mess food, so they prefer going out and eating at budget restaurants. It costs around 60 to 90 Omani Riyal per month if having 3 meals per day out. Now let's talk about the groceries. It may cost around 100 to 120 Omani Riyal per month on a grocery expense for a family of 3 like mine if the child is less than 5 years of age. This price is an average and can go up to 150 if more fruits, nuts, expensive chocolates, etc. are bought frequently. As the number of family members increases, the expense also increases and varies. Check out my video on grocery shopping or prices of basic commodities in a supermarket. Now let's talk about the medical expenses. Medical expenses are usually covered by medical insurance. Dental and eye treatments and maternity are often not covered by insurance. Certain medications like multivitamins are also not covered. Not all companies provide medical insurance. In such cases, you have to depend on private hospitals or clinics. The doctor consultation fee in a private hospital for specialists is 20 Omani Riyal. For general physician comes around 10 Omani Riyal. Now let's talk about transportation. Public transport is only available in some parts of the city and not everywhere, and it's not convenient option to depend. The bus fare starts from 200 paisa to maximum of 1 Omani Riyal. The taxi fare is almost more than 30 Omani Riyal per month if you are commuting daily from work to home. Getting a taxi is also sometimes difficult as they are only present besides main roads. At certain times of the day, taxis are also unavailable. So people use taxi apps like OTaxi, Taslim, etc. where you book a taxi by providing your location and they come and pick you up. However, fare starts from 1 Omani Riyal in these apps. Now let's talk about shared taxis. More than 3 to 4 people are picked up from different locations in shared taxis. It's cheaper, starting from 300 paisa per person. But you may have to wait and it's not always available on time. Now let's talk about personal transport. Owning a car is more convenient if you don't want to wait for taxis or negotiate fare with the taxi driver and waste your time. Getting a driving license costs around 300 to 500 Omani Riyal. You can check out my video on how I got my license and the expense involved in it. Car fuel costs around 15 to 20 Omani Riyal per month. If you just want car on weekends, you can also rent it per day. Rental starts from 7 to 10 Omani Riyal per day. Now let's talk about education and entertainment. Private school fees cost around 40 to 60 Omani Riyal per month. Government schools are only for Omani nationals. Other expenses include drinking water, which costs around 1 Omani Riyal per gallon, and it can last almost 4 to 5 days. Gas cylinder lasts almost 2 to 3 months if you are cooking daily 3 meals. If not, it stays more than that. If you are coming for the first time, it's safe to carry a minimum of 100 Omani Riyal to cover your expenses until your first salary. In Oman, a salary of 500 Omani Riyal is a decent starting salary. You can transfer your money through your bank app itself. My account is made in the Bank Muscat, so I'm using the Bank Muscat app where the transfer service charge to India is 1.5 Omani Riyal. You can also send money through money exchanges. To stay updated on the news and information about Oman, you can follow the Oman Observer Instagram page. To know about the discount shops, promotions, festivals, events, food sports in Oman, you can follow the Oman Bloggers group. To know travel sport, you can follow Experience Oman page in Instagram. So with this, I'll be winding up today's video. See you with yet another video. Goodbye.